Know this, ladies and gentlemen, if something breaks big tonight on this, tomorrow, on Saturday before the Sunday show, we'll put notices up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. 30 minutes to an hour before, we will go live on the internet streams and PrisonPlanet.tv viewers only. Because obviously, with the way AM and FM stations work, they can't just flip over to it. I'm not going to have time to go to any more calls. I want Rob to be able to finish up, and I need to plug one more of our great sponsors that makes this radio show possible. You want to check out their website. They have all the studies and info there at supernaturalsilver.com. That's one word. Are you prepared? Do you have what you need for you and your loved ones through a crisis? There's one weapon everybody should have in his or her arsenal, and that is new Silver Solution. The patented Silver Solution can be used for many things, from water purification to wound care to everything in between. Arm yourself with new Silver Solution. Be prepared for whatever comes your way. Go to supernaturalsilver.com today. That's supernaturalsilver.com, or check out their banner on Infowars.com. Okay, Rob, I've been asking some questions. Anything else you want to add in this small world? You know, you turned out to know Joe Stack. Everything I've heard about him and conflicting stories from the family and all this weirdness, my gut tells me there's some hanky-panky going on here. I'm not quite and now this IRS letter, all these calls, witnesses, the TV news, them being in place beforehand, sheltering in place, all this, it looks like it was written for people that want to have war to go, yeah, let's go, and maybe try to start something. I'm not sure about that, but I've been saying Austin's going to be the target, haven't I?
You did say that. One thing will be interesting is to find out exactly when the fire department was called for this fire, because he apparently drove from his house about 25 miles north to the airport to pick up
during rush hour traffic. It's in North Austin, it's locked up.
I mean, it's horrible in anywhere in Austin, pretty much on the highways. So unless he had some, I can't see him getting there that quickly, but
because they say the fire started right at about 9, so he gets from North Austin to Georgetown, 25 miles away in horrible traffic. But I talked to my uncle, who's a pilot. He said from Georgetown to that North Austin, 6 minutes in that Piper once he got it up.
Right. Yeah, that could.
So he could have done it.
Now, and I talked to a neighbor that said she left her house at 8:45 in the morning, and apparently the fire was going then, although she didn't see it. And by the time she got to work, her cell phone was going nuts. People calling her saying, "There's a fire in your neighborhood. There's a fire in your neighborhood."
Oh, so others have said around 9.
Yeah, she said she went to work at 8:45 that morning, and she didn't see.
Well, why would the family already be out of the house?
Yeah.
Why were the police not called?
I don't know. From things I've read, I've heard some reports is a neighbor helped them out of the house. Another report was that they were at a hotel the night before and came home and found it that way. So, I think a lot will come out when they interview his wife.
I wonder why the cops would tell the neighbors not to talk to people.
That's because you'd think they would, let them be open to the press. And some people did talk to the press, but the one guy who was really, sharply dressed, let's just go ahead and use that term, didn't want to talk to us, and he was a younger guy. So, that'll be interesting to see, if he talks to anybody in the future. I remember what he looks like, and so we'll be able to know. But the neighbors around him seem to be, older. There was the one younger lady that I talked to that left at 8:45 that morning. But the real victims, in addition to the people that were in the building, he's left behind a wife and daughter, a stepdaughter, I guess, and then he's got a daughter in Norway. So I've put my heart and prayers out to them, and I hope somebody can maybe put something.
And I've seen different numbers: one person missing, including him, and then 2 injured. Or did he kill anybody?
I think they did pull out 2 bodies total. They think one's his and one is somebody who they haven't identified yet. So that'll be interesting to see, who the identity of that person.
Well, you said reporters on the scene, though. We're going, how did the police know so much so soon? That's also suspicious. But retransmission starts now with an incredible special guest, James Traficant. This interview was off the charts powerful. Retransmission, Infowars.com on the audio streams. Get the free podcast and the free iPhone. Great job, crew. Best ever. Great job.